Hello, my peoples. Welcome to the Michelle Files. I am Michelle Files, and today I want to talk to you about something I have been consciously working on since probably last November. And what it is just being. Yeah. So, like, the big key phrases are let it be and just be. Okay, so what do I mean? What does crazy lady here mean by that? So, I will tell you, last November, I was sitting in a counseling session with my amazingly smart, wonderful counselor. I love her. And we were talking, and I was pouring my heart out about being really frustrated about certain things in my life, about relationships, about just the path that my life was on. And I was just so frustrated and sad and just very disappointed and depressed. I was working through some depression then too. And she said to me, I was like, well, I'm trying to do this and this, and I'm trying to do that, and I'm, just trying to this and all these things. And she goes, you know what? I think you just need to be. Huh? Like, what you talking about? I just need to be. What does that even mean? I was like, all right. So as she explains, I need to sit in this moment with my feelings and process my feelings and think about what it is I want for my life and think about, just how it feels in this moment. Just be in this moment. And I was like, well, that's not hard, right? Y'all, it is really hard to just be. But I'm coming to learn it's super important and very helpful. I am a person that is a very hardcore problem solver. And I would say most of us as human beings are problem solvers, but that is definitely one of my strong skill sets is I'm a problem solver, right? See a need, fill a need. That's who I am. That's probably why I went into accounting to begin with, because I was like, oh, problem solving. Yeah, I could do this stuff, right? So, problem solver. Add on to that I'm a woman of action. Add on to that I'm a huge planner. And all of those things are positive characteristics and qualities, right? They're all great and positive things. However, if you don't stop to breathe, or once you've made a plan of action or, gone through the problem solving process, if you don't just stop and breathe and allow yourself to be, you run the risk of creating anxiety, unrest, all of the things that are not healthy and good for you, especially when you're trying to achieve balance and peace in your life. So, again, there's nothing wrong with those things, but when you stare too long at something, when you hold on too tightly to something, it's not good. It creates a pain that doesn't need to be there, right? So, case in point, I've been practicing this through different areas of my life because it's really important to allow yourself to be and just be in the present moment, because this present moment that we're in right now is the only moment that we know we have. It's right now. This is our life right now. And we need to allow ourselves to be present in it. Otherwise, we're going to waste our existence wanting to be here and wanting to be there and worried about how we're going to get there and worried about how things are going to work out and worried about if we fail or if that shatters us or what if this and what if that, and I mean, seriously, y'all, are y'all getting stressed out? Because I'm getting stressed out right now. Like, we need to remember to allow ourselves to be. Also, to be able to put good plans of action into place and problem solving and even to build good relationships, we have to allow ourselves to be. We have to allow ourselves to be fully present in that moment. Now, not every moment is a fun moment to be fully present in. It's just not. But it's important for us to be in that moment. So, example for you. This past Saturday was my grandma's birthday. And last year, she had passed away about the week before. So I was still it was all kind of like just muddled in with the after funeral grief and all of the things that come after someone passes away. So it felt, this was like the first birthday. Well, this was the second birthday she was gone. It felt like the first birthday she was gone because it was just different. Okay. Now, I was sad. I woke up Saturday and I was sad. I was sad, and because I wasn't allowing myself to focus in on that sadness and to be in that sadness, it was filtering into other things in my life that it really didn't need to be a part of. And I was talking to a friend, and I was like, I'm just upset about this, and I'm upset about that, and this really bothers me, and this really worries me. And while those things were valid, the intensity of my emotional responses to all of those things was turned up because I was grieving and I was sad. And she gave me wonderful advice, which would be the same advice I would give to her. And it was, I think you just need to be in your grief right now and be in your sadness. And put these other things up on a shelf for now. And I was like, yeah. Because what my present was my grief. What I was creating additional anxiety and worry about are future possibilities, plans, problem solving, for things I didn't have all the facts for yet, for things that aren't my current moment. So I took her advice and I was like, you know what, you're right. I'm spinning right now and I need to just be. So thankfully it was Saturday. Thankfully Jesus has slowed my life down exponentially, especially with my back injury this summer, because it has forced me into resting because I physically cannot move as much and do the things that I usually do. And it also has allowed me time to truly focus on the importance of self-care and the things that I need to do for myself so that I am able to accomplish these big callings and big dreams I have in my heart. So, to all things, there is a season and a purpose, right? So Saturday, I was like, she's right. I just need to be. So I did some things that I do that help calm me. And I thought, I'm going out to dinner this evening. I'm just going to lay down for a little while, listen to some music, talk to Jesus, and just chill. If I fall asleep, great. If not, I just need to lay down and relax. So I did. It didn't take my sadness away. However, interestingly enough, as I was lying there in bed, just listening to music and just processing my feelings and thinking through things, I got some answers on some of the other things that I had put up on the shelf. And it wasn't that anything had changed around me. It was things changed within me because I allowed myself the time to just be and to be in that present moment and to be sad because that's what I needed to be. So went through the rest of Saturday. I went out to dinner. I actually went for a drive later. That's something else that's really important for me. It really just helps calm me. Loud music, windows down, driving, it's my thing. And I came home, went to bed, got up the next day, got up on Sunday, the sadness was almost completely gone. And I know that's because I allowed myself to be in it on Saturday. It wasn't that I didn't do other things. It wasn't that it consumed all of me. It was that I allowed myself to be and process that sadness and think through that sadness. Now, I can tell you, part of the reason I could do that is because my counselor has given me amazing coping skills. This is something that I've been working on for 7 years. But I'm also going to tell you it's worth it because those things don't go away. There will always be triggers in your life. There will always be difficult things in your life. There are always going to be these things that happen. Life is not easy. And anyone that's telling you it is probably lying to you or trying to sell you something that you don't want to buy. Don't do it. So, because I allowed myself to be in my feelings, I was able to get up on Sunday and allow myself to be in that moment of Sunday. And I wasn't sad, at least not this level of sadness I was the day before. Not that things aren't happening in my life that make me sad, not that there aren't things that are hurting me, not that there aren't things that disappoint me. Those things are there on the regular. But I was able to be in the moment, and I was able to enjoy the present of the day. And that is our present every day, is our present. It is our gift that God gives us every single day, is our present. And if we don't allow ourselves to be, we're not unwrapping that present and enjoying it. And sometimes it's really hard to sit in whatever your feelings are. Sometimes it's hard to just even allow ourselves time to process, to figure out what our feelings are. But I will tell you, if you don't do that, if you do not do that, most likely your feelings are going to run your life. And our feelings are an important part of who we are as people. But we have feelings and we have our reason for a reason. They all need to work together. They need to be in balance. And if you don't take the time to focus on the parts that are getting out of balance, those things that are out of balance are going to lead your actions. And that's not necessarily a good thing. So it's just really important to practice sitting in your moment, to let things be. Because the more we hang on to things, the more we make a mess of them, the more we cling to things. I don't know about you, but if I have someone in my life that's like clinging to me, I kind of need a breather, right? So that makes me want to move away. But if you just allow me to be who I am, how I feel, all those things, if you just allow me to be, I want to be around you, right? Because you're letting me be myself. So, and this is true when you're thinking about dreams for your life. If you make a plan and you just feel in your heart you were called to X, Y, and Z, like if you have read any blog or anything I've ever written or posted in the last 7 years, you know, family is so important to me. And I want my partner and I want my family, and that is so important. However, I can't cling to that. I can't make that the center of my universe, because that's just one piece of my life. I have to look at everything. But if I cling to that, if I sat around every day and I thought, there aren't any children in my life that I get to live with, because there are lots of wonderful children in my life. If I, don't have my partner, my spouse, my person that is there for me, that allows me to be, that I allow him to be, if all I do is look at what's missing, I am again not being in my present. I am not enjoying what is in front of me. And it doesn't mean that I don't miss those things. It doesn't mean that I'm not doing things in my life to try to get to those things. But if we allow certain parts, certain things we want, certain dreams, careers, whatever, to fully consume us, when that doesn't go exactly as planned, it's going to crush you. Sometimes we get crushed. Like I said, life's not easy. But the most important thing to remember is that we are tough. We can do hard things. We were biologically, physically, emotionally, and spiritually made to do hard things. My gosh, like it's all in the Bible. Life is not easy, but you can do these things. Do not have fear. Take courage, like over and over and over again. Like, it's there. But it's really hard to take courage if you're not allowing yourself to be in the moment. Because if you're not allowing yourself to be and you're pushing those feelings aside they are going to rise up and they are going to cause so much havoc, and they are not going to allow you to think clearly. You deserve to think clearly. This is your life. You're the one that has to live in here all the time. So you deserve to allow yourself to let it be. You deserve to give yourself a few moments every day to just be. How can you do the things in the world that you are called to do if you don't allow yourself to be? Part of what you're called to do is be, is exist. It sounds really simple, like super simple. But all the simple things are usually the hardest to do because we like to complicate things. At least I do. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're great and you don't have these problems. If you are great and don't have these problems, can we chat? I want to know what your secrets are. Okay? That would be awesome. I'd like to learn new things. Let's chat. Message me. But if you're anything like me and things are just, sometimes you wake up and you're like, well, what's going to happen today? And it can either be a eye roll, what's going to happen today, or it can be a, what's going to happen today, right? We get to make that choice. But it's hard to be like that if you don't let yourself be. I think that today's, let's have a Sesame Street throwback. Today's letter of the day is the letter B. So let's just be. All right, y'all. Well, hopefully you got something out of that. But just like I need to be, and you need to be, I need to be making these videos so I can get better at this. So I can do the big things. And being a recovering perfectionist, it is really hard to just do the things and let them be. Sometimes it's what you got to do. All right, y'all. I hope you have an awesome day. And take some time and just let it be. And yeah, I'll see your lovely faces on the flip side. Later.